Hi, hello, and welcome to That Sounds Gay, a podcast for queer people and people who enjoy them, made by a homosexual with a lot of opinions that nobody asked for. I want to start out really quick. I just need a little bit of time to be vulnerable and vent about something that's important to me. And this is something that I struggled really hard to decide if I wanted to even bring it up here or not. But what is with food service workers who don't get paid enough to care charging you for sauce? Am I missing something here? I've got to be, because when I was in food service, and I did that for many years, if somebody wanted 4, 5, 6 sauce packets, I didn't give a crap. Because it doesn't come out of my paycheck, bitch. Girl, they pay me nothing extra for commissioning these barbecue sauce packets. I remember once I was at my job and this girl wanted 4 barbecue sauce cups. And I said, sure, take them. And my manager happened to come in and he said, what are you doing? You can't give away that many sauce. It's 25 cents extra for each one. And I said, okay, I got you next time. Don't you worry. I'm going to charge them. I will steal all of their money because you're paying me extra to pitch these barbecue sauce cups. If somebody wants to take their cheeseburger and they want to put an ocean of sauce over it, that meal won't even be recognizable by the time that they are done putting sauce on that food. That is between them and whatever God they worship. That is their business. It's not mine. And who am I to regulate somebody's sauce needs? I don't know what their internal pH balance is that requires them to need 4 barbecue sauce cups. Hell, even 6 barbecue sauce cups. And I know for me, I didn't get paid enough to care at all. I really just didn't care. I didn't get paid enough. Nobody was giving me extra money for the extra sauce. No one was giving me a raise or a bonus or anything special for pitching this sauce, right? Not a thing. So I just gave it to him. And I understand if your boss is breathing down your neck while you're at the drive-thru and, they're saying, hey, you can't give away that sauce. I understand that. I get that. But most of the time, these people are alone. And if I say, can I have 4 ranch cups? And they give me 1 and say, oh, the rest are 25 cents. Mama, why do you care? I want my food to be unrecognizable. I want it to be swimming in an ocean of ranch. And I don't want the crap ranch that I have at home. Sorry, my cat was just singing in the kitchen, and he likes to just sing his songs. He's very upset about the sauce as well. So that is just something I don't understand. I don't get. I wish that we lived in a world that wasn't trying to capitalist hellscape and microtransaction every single move that we make. It's only a matter of time before they start charging for napkins. And maybe I should keep that to myself, because some CEO is going to get a half staff and just start gooning right now over the idea of charging 10 cents for napkins and saying, oh my God, we could profit off that. They're going to have to start putting in on the mobiles how many napkins they want so we can figure out how much to charge them, give them an extra $1. It'll be like the plastic bag fiasco that happened where they said 10 cents now for a bag. And then there are some places like Daiso that charge 50 cents for a bag. It's a big bag. But why do I have to pay so much for a bag? I just bring my own most of the time. But we're not here to talk about that. Today's podcast is another Drag Race one. We are talking about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 11 with Jess once again. This was such a spectacular episode. I can't wait for you to hear it because it was so good. But before we get into that, I want to talk about lip syncing. I want to talk about the art of lip syncing as it applies to theatrics. Because lip syncing is a theater. It's a performance piece. And I don't want to say that straight people on TikTok are co-opting queer culture, because lip syncing isn't just something that queer people do. I think the rise of reality drag competitions has made lip syncing more accessible to the general public. And I do believe that lip syncing is for everyone. I don't think this is just a queer thing. There have been artists across time who have done lip syncing before. I'm not saying that it's co-opting queer culture, but what I am saying is that it is extremely disrespectful to anybody in the LGBTQ umbrella when you don't know your words. I see these kids going live on TikTok or posting their videos, even on YouTube, and they'll post their videos and they are not synced to the words that we're hearing. And the point of a lip sync is that your lips, first word, are synced, second word, to the words that you are not saying yourself, that you are not singing yourself. Someone else is providing the vocals and you are providing the performance, mama. You're providing the performance. And when you are lip syncing, those words have to match what we are hearing. They can't just be whatever intrusive thoughts are going into your brain. So when the lyrics are the theme song for Empire Rugs, the words that your mouth are saying can't be watermelon, watermelon, bubble gum, grape soda salad. It has to be whatever we're hearing, because that's the point of a lip sync, is that you are syncing your mouth, right? And when you choose your own media to lip sync to, the baseline expectation is that you know what those words are. And if you don't know those words, that's okay. Pause. Let's not hit play just yet. Let's not hit the record button just yet. Can hold off. Give it a couple hours. Let's rehearse. Let's think about the words that we're hearing. Let's rehearse them a couple of times. Let's practice just a little bit. And I used to see this in the nightclub too, where there would be newer queens who would go out to the club and they would choose a song like I Saw the Signs. And there's 4 words in that, 5 maybe if we're being generous. I saw the signs. That's it. There's not really a lot to that song. And wouldn't know the lyrics. And if you don't know the lyrics and you are confidently going to step out on stage and present to the world, hi, I'm not the star of today's program, that's okay. The world needs ensemble performers. We need people who are background characters. We need people who are not the NPCs. That's fine if that's your lot in life. By not knowing the words to the song that you picked, confidently standing on stage, not even performing. If you are going to not know those words, you have to perform a little bit. There's a whole element of theatricality that comes with lip syncing that I think gets lost. It's an art form, and while it may not seem that serious, and clearly it's not to some of these people that hit the go live button with not knowing not one word, not a singular syllable of the media that they chose to lip sync to. While that may not seem serious, there is a performance level that has to be thought about. If you're going to move your mouth with no intention, move your hand with intention. And there's this thing that I see a lot of young queens do, where they point really aggressively and assertively in a direction, not any particular direction, just wherever they feel like. And I'm guilty of doing this too. When I first started drag, I would just point at stuff and I would just hardly stare at something, brows furrowed, and just stank facing some light bulb and just pointed with no intentionality at all. And if you want to point at stuff, you want to be a pointer sister, you point slowly. Or if you're going to point severely and hard, you point with your finger just very sexily at somebody in the audience, wrist very fruity, and you just flick it, right? However you want to lip sync, you have to think big with your performance. And there are some people that you'll watch, they'll lip sync, and you would think that those words were born and raised in their mouth, and that they came out of their own vocal cords, because they're so good at embodying whatever it is that they're doing, whether that be spoken word or whether that be the song. There's a level that you believe. You're able to suspend reality and say, that woman on the stage right there with the flat hair and the no padding, that is her voice right now. To Cher's belief, I, with my whole heart, believe that. Or you go on TikTok, YouTube, you see someone lip syncing to a restaurant commercial, and you know that's them. That's their voice. It's got to be, because they're moving with such conviction. They're wholeheartedly in that lip sync. And you should, when you watch a lip sync, you should feel like you're buying a product, kind of. That's the idea in entertainment, is that whatever you're being pitched, you want to take it home. You want to let it live in your brain meat, and you want to let it stay up there and just float around for a while, so that in a week, you are telling your best friends, let me tell you about Alana Beaverhausen that I just saw. And when I tell you that woman knows how to lip sync the house down, there is no one that's ever lip sync as good as her. I need to see her again, and you are coming with me out to the nightclub, and we're going to go watch that girl. And when I say you're going to live, mama, you are going to live. You are going to scream yes, you're going to snap, you're going to clap, you're going to point with intentionality and say, yes, queen. That's what a lip sync should make you want to do, is get excited so that you want to keep consuming whatever that person is pitching to you. And so I guess maybe overall this is just a PSA to people that lip sync on TikTok. Know your words at baseline. Know your words. I don't think it's asking for too much that if you are rehearsing for something, that you know what you're rehearsing for, so that the audience is on the same page as you. Because if in your head you're reciting Macbeth, but we are hearing a popular top 40 song, like Juice, perhaps, that is not the same thing as whatever's happening in your head. And it's all, again, about performing, right? So be the main character, be the star, be the person with the spotlight on them in that moment while you're lip syncing. And I think, again, Drag Race, I think in particular, has really made lip syncing accessible to the general public. And I think it's made people excited to want to also participate in that art form. And I think that's really cool. I just want that art form to be polished. And I don't think that's asking for a ton. With all that being said, let's jump into this podcast episode. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this one.